Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a channel about studying abroad, getting scholarships and building a successful career. My name is Ira, and in previous videos I told you my story, what did I do in order to get scholarships abroad, about my failures, but today I'm gonna talk about one particular scholarship that allowed me to study in the United Kingdom, which is a Chevening scholarship. Chevening scholarship is one of the most prestigious scholarships in the world, which allows you to study in the United Kingdom for free at a master degree level. It covers all the expenses from tuition fees to even flights and living expenses, and that's why I recommend everyone who consider themselves as a leader applying to this scholarship, as it also gives an access to a network of leaders. So what is Chevening? Chevening is a full-ride scholarship that enables students to study at a master degree level in the United Kingdom. It covers almost all majors and all the universities at a master degree level that are not longer than 1 year. This is one of the greatest opportunities for those who pursue educational purposes but not immigration ones. Why? Because Chevening scholarship requires you to come back to your home country for at least 2 years upon your studies in the United Kingdom. So, funded by Foreign and Commonwealth Office and also some partner organizations, Chevening provides two opportunities: Chevening Scholarship and Chevening Fellowship, which is for more mature and experienced professionals. All the recipients are normally personally selected by British embassies and high commissions in every country. And yes, it means after you got shortlisted, you're gonna have interview as I did, and you're gonna have an interview with British Embassy. Chevening offers a unique opportunity for influencers, developers, leaders from all over the world to develop academically, professionally, and also to build a strong network. It was founded in 1983, and since that time around 50,000 students already studied in the UK through Chevening scholarship. Around 2,000 people get this scholarship every year, but it doesn't mean that it's a huge amount, because you need to consider that there are different countries, and in different countries the amount of recipients different. For example, in Belarus in 2018, when I got a scholarship, there have been 8 winners of Chevening scholarship. In Russia there have been 60 winners of this scholarship, and in some countries there are even less, like around 2 or 3. This scholarship covers everything. This is definitely full-ride scholarship. So it covers your living expenses, your tuition fees, also your flight. Also you get some allowance when you come to the United Kingdom to buy some things for your house, to buy some things for your flat, and also you get your allowance when you live in the United Kingdom. So probably you will need some money to deliver your things from the United Kingdom to your home country, also for the taxi, and also all the flights are covered. However, you need to remember that the size of scholarship varies depending on where you live. For example, in London the size of the scholarship was £1,350 a month, and in some other areas, for example in Oxford, it's a little bit less, it's £1,100 a month. You are eligible to apply if you meet the following criteria. First of all, you need to be a citizen of one of the countries that are participating in this scholarship, and as the list is quite long, I'm gonna leave the link in the description to this video. The second requirement: you need to be willing to return to your home country for at least 2 years upon your studies in the United Kingdom. Then you also need to have completed all the components of your undergraduate degree before you apply to Chevening, so you need to get your diploma certificate before you submit your application. Then you need to have at least 2 years of work experience, and it's really important that you remember that it's not only the work experience in the areas that you are interested now or the area you're going to study in. It's also possible that you get this work experience, these hours, from your volunteer experience, from some internships, some other things that you've done, and it's really important to calculate the hours correctly, otherwise your application is going to be withdrawn. So just be sure that you have at least 2 years of work experience based on the calculation that Chevening provides on their website. Check it out please before, and also if you need some help, let me know in the comments and I may record a new video about this particular subject. Also, you need to have a good level of English. It's 6.5 in IELTS exam, and you also need to provide certificate. And finally, you need to apply to at least 3 universities in the United Kingdom and get an offer from at least one of them. So you need to get a positive answer from the university. At the moment, when the results of Chevening scholarships are announced. So if you got in the list of Chevening scholars but you don't have an offer from the universities, then you will not be able to receive this scholarship. But you're absolutely not eligible to apply to Chevening scholarship if you have previously studied in the UK and got funding from governmental organization or from other governmental funds. So it means if you have studied but you did pay for it, or you didn't receive any scholarship from the government, probably another scholarship but not governmental one, then you will be able to apply. But if you have received any funding, any financial support from the government, you will not be able to apply. Also, if you have some connections with partner organizations or royal family, you will not be able to apply as well. But if you, for example, a citizenship from one of the participating countries and you do hold a refugee status, you will be able to apply to Chevening scholarship as well. How to apply? Chevening scholarship is a very competitive program, and you need to remember it and be really careful when you're preparing each step, and really need to pay attention to this. So I recommend you paying a lot of attention, giving a lot of efforts, and doing your best if you want to get this scholarship. And there are several steps. First of all, you submit your application, and the application consists of some formal things like questionnaire and essays, which is like things that are basically main point that commission making decision about you based on. And the final step is interview. So if you're shortlisted already after all the essays and all these formal things, then you need to show you as a good candidate during the interview. So there are 3 main steps, and the application process starts in August. So the application portal opens in August and it finishes in November. So guys, in order to give yourself the best chance of being shortlisted and then eventually have an interview and being offered a scholarship, do your best in all of these stages. Acceptance of applications for Chevening scholarship opens every year in August and it ends in November. To apply, you need to fill out the questionnaire, write 4 essays, 400 words each, and also submit a copy of your passport and translate it into English diploma certificate. In order to apply, you need to fill in the questionnaire, write 4 essays, 500 words each, submit the copy of your passport, and also translate it into English diploma certificate. The essays are the most difficult part of the application process. This is a point on which the Commission will decide whether you go further or not. You will need to write 4 essays: leadership, networking, why are you going to study in the UK, and your future career plans. The point is, it's not enough to write them only grammatically correctly. You need to show the concept, you need to tell the idea. As Chevening says, show, not tell. You need to show them that you are a good candidate that worth financing, that worth investing money in. And you also need to show that you have some vision, some future career plans, and you're gonna impact your society upon returning back home. And now I'm gonna give you some small tips about every essay, what to write and what not to write in each of them. In my case, I created a strategy. First of all, I researched the website of Chevening scholarship. I understood what kind of candidates they are looking for. Then I created a concept, I created an idea that I'm gonna put in my essays. Finally, I analyzed what kind of qualities and achievements I'm lacking in order to become this candidate. So for example, if you need to be a leader, you also need to show that you are a leader, and what kind of achievements in your past can do this for you. It's really important and crucial that you found these achievements in your past. However, if you can't do this, you still have time to gain some things, to gain some activities, to start actively doing something in your life that you will be able to show afterwards in your application. And that was what I did. So I found what actually I'm missing, and I really tried to kind of fill in these gaps. And finally, I wrote the essays, and of course I rewrote them so many times. I showed them to many people, I corrected them tons of times and reread them so many times. Honestly guys, it was like really impossible, because I spent probably 2 or 3 months doing that. And if you think it's easy, like, I mean, it is not that difficult if you commit to this, if you really want this, but remember, it takes time. It's probably possible to do it like in 1 week and get it, but if you are like really gonna do this, if you really commit to this, if it's something you're really looking for, then just devote yourself, devote your time, and then you will get the results. Okay, so leadership essay. Here it's obvious, you need to show why and when you've been a leader, and why do you think you're going to be a leader in the future. You need to show your potential as a leader, and it's really important, guys. Chevening is not looking for somebody who is already a leader and only these people not. It's possible that you are kind of having a potential of becoming a future leader, and it's the most important. Of course, it's not possible to say that, oh, I'm going to be a leader, I believe in it, I want it, blah, blah, blah. It's really important that you show that you have done something that proves that you have this potential, that you have this skills, that you have this vision of a leader. But it's not that important that you already like created a business, that you already launched some projects. It's crucial, yes, it's important, it's good if you have it, but it's not something like super necessarily important that without that it's not possible to be a leader. The most important thing is to show the potential, and potential you can show with some achievements in your past that prove that you have these leadership skills. And what is leadership skills? Probably it's something when you lead others, when you create some ideas, when you come up with some ideas, and when you initiate something and probably organize people for doing some things. It's possible even when you're a student at the university, you can be like a head of the group, you can be also like initiative, you also can bring some initiative in some areas. So it's really crucial if you like really look deeper and look back at your previous experiences and found something that proves that you're a leader. Guys, it's also really important that you don't start writing what you think who leader is, kind of, you know, this essay about your elaborations of thoughts. No, it's not that they are looking for. This essay is about you, your experience and your future vision, and not about like your thoughts on leaders in general. Also, I would recommend you to implement in this essay the concept of your future goals. Of course, you have another essay about your future career plans, but I would really put something in this essay as well, because when you connect all of the essays in one concept that is the same, like for example, you have your future career goal and you mention this future career goal in every essay, then it's helpful. Because, for example, if you just write it in one essay about your leadership experience in the past, it doesn't give the same picture and doesn't give the same scale if you mention your career goal, this concept, that one idea, in all of the essays. And this is a key. Second essay, networking essay. This essay requires you to tell about your networking experiences and also tell how you're gonna use your networking skills in the future. And here it's really important to show that you are a person who willing to create some contacts with others, who is willing to be in society, who willing to make some new contacts, because Chevening scholarship is not only about studying academically, it's also about creating new society, creating new communities. And if you are not like that kind of person who can do it, probably you will not just fit in. So that means you need to find in your previous experiences the cases where you showed yourself as a good networker, also where you created some contacts. And remember, guys, this was like kind of my secret. I think that networking is not only when you get something from others or when you give something to others mutually. Sometimes networking is when you just help somebody or being helped by somebody without this mutual contact. For example, if you think like, okay, I'm gonna give this to this guy and this guy gonna give me that like in return, this is a networking, yes. But it's not only this. Also, when you think like, okay, I'm gonna help this person like move on in career later, or for example, I'm getting some benefits from knowing that person, this all proves that you have good networking skills and that you have a good network. Also, it's quite important when you use your network in order to help others, or when you use your network in order to boost your projects, or for example, to find some other opportunities to boost projects of other people. This all is about network, and I recommend you guys trying to build these strong network connections more and more before you apply to Chevening scholarship, because practice proves that this is the most difficult part. Leadership is like, okay, many people do that, but networking, I don't know why, for what reason, but not so many people really use it in their life, and that's why it's more difficult to show afterwards. And what I recommend you putting in your essays is that how you're going to use Chevening network in your future career goals. Like what you're going to do afterwards in your country. For example, it's going to be like working on some problems that exist in your country, creating some solutions, impacting your country, these problems, your society, and how you're going to use this network from Chevening afterwards in order to achieve your career goals. Also, show that you're going to create like new contacts thanks to Chevening. And also it's really important if you show generally how the network gonna help you in your future career goals, like why it's important, why it's not possible to do it without the network. The third essay is why the UK. So why you're going to study especially in the United Kingdom and especially having this Chevening scholarship, because there are so many others. And here you need to show like why the UK is so important to you. And probably I would recommend you looking on the website of embassy, trying to read a little bit more and do some research, because here you need to show why it's important to get the knowledge, especially in this country, in order to come back to your country and solve some problems, come up with some solutions. So what's special about the United Kingdom that gives you these opportunities, that gives you that knowledge and practice that is so useful? For example, I say that I'm going to study in the United Kingdom because this is a country where English law started. It's quite important to gain the knowledge in the universities where English law been founded most, in the universities in the country where the basic concepts of some laws and some legal rules right now being founded. So you need to show why especially you're going to study in the United Kingdom. And also I would recommend you showing here why the Chevening scholarship is important to you, like what's special about scholarships that attracts you. And in the final essay, it's an essay about your future career plans. You need to show how the education in the UK gonna benefit your career plan and your strategy that gonna impact also your society. So just put all these elements together. You need to solve the problem that exists in your society. For example, this is a problem of investment regulation, or this is a problem of human rights. It could be different, right? And then you need to show how you're gonna solve this problem, what is your career plan, and why do you need the education in order to improve your career plan, in order to give your instruments some tools, some knowledge, some practice, some contacts. Why this education shall be especially in the UK, why it should be especially Chevening. All these concepts shall be all together in these 4 essays. And especially this step-by-step plan shall be considered in this essay about your future career plans. So you need to show what kind of problem you're going to solve. Of course, it's not only about the problems, but honestly, guys, my previous experiences and all people I know and all my clients, this all proves that when you come up with a problem in your countries that you're going to solve, and then you provide a plan for this, then it's a winning case. If it's just something like, oh, I'm going to become a good professional in this area, I'm going to become an expert, I'm going to earn more, nobody cares, because it's your case, it's not the case of the country, it's not the case of the embassy. You need to show something that the embassy is interested in. You need to show something that is connected to the United Kingdom and your country, to the things that they are all doing together. Something that matters for everybody, not only for you, like your career, your money, your wealth, whatever. So guys, if you're gonna study in the United Kingdom with Chevening scholarship, make sure that you found the problem, which is really important, urgent, painful, I would say, and you found a decision, like solution to this problem, the plan you're gonna implement afterwards. And education in the United Kingdom is like something like a missing element of all this strategy, and that's why you're going to apply to Chevening scholarship in order to get this element which is missing, in order to kind of found this idea, found this practice, found these people, found the knowledge that are missing for you in order to finally come to this solution and implement the strategies that you've been thinking about. It's quite important. These things that you need to show in your essays, not other things, not like you know, some elaborations, some sophisticated thoughts about who's a leader, what is a network. It's not about that. It's about you, it's about your plan, it's about the problem, and it's about your country. This is what it's Chevening about, and I hope you guys gonna get it and you're gonna really write good, like amazing essays. If you need any help with that, you can always DM me, you can always write me in the messages, and I'm gonna give all the contacts, all the links in the description to this video. And if you've got any useful information out of this video, don't hesitate to push the like button and subscribe to my channel. And in case you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always for you here, guys. And I hope you're gonna get this Chevening scholarship. Don't forget, application starts really soon, so just hurry up and do your best in order to get it. Good luck, guys, all the best, bye bye.